Hi, we are Rob and Ali, sharing with you our passion of all things cruise and travel. Where are we today?
We are on board the P&O Pacific Encounter. This is a bit of a first for us. We have got an inside cabin. We're on deck 11719, so we're going to take you inside 11719 and do a tour of the cabin. We did actually bid for 3 upgrades actually, and unfortunately we weren't successful in any of them.
No.
So we're in an inside cabin for the first time.
We're on deck 11, which is the highest we've ever been, and it's right at the back. If you were going to choose a cabin, this probably wouldn't be it for most people, because
it was a guaranteed category and we were allocated this cabin, but yeah.
So statistically, if you go through like all the recommendations either that we give you or that generally people give you, this would be the worst cabin, probably.
Not quite. No, scientifically it would be the same cabin at the front of the ship.
Well,
but so back is the second worst cabin. So and I'm talking.
Woohoo! Second worst.
And I'm talking in terms of stability here and feeling the movement, because we're high up and at one end of the ship. Anyway, let's get in. We'll do 11719. Let's do a tour of this cabin,
and then we'll give you an honest kind of review at the end of a few days when we've sort of settled in. Okay, let's go. Size-wise, in terms of square footage, the inside cabins are the same as the outside cabins.
Ocean views.
Let's go in and see.
And before, there are no outside cabins on a cruise ship.
I know, I keep saying outside, and Robert keeps saying no, they're all indoor.
I've got to say though, it does appear smaller, looking at it round. We'll just have a quick pan around here, and
it's very nicely appointed.
It's the layout, I think.
I will say. It's not disappointing. What it gives me vibes of, though, is a hotel room. It's very nice. It actually just feels a little bit smaller, but they're not supposed to be. Nice big mirror to give it a little bit more space. We've got all the lights on to make it a little bit more airy. And Robert said to turn the TV on, just to keep the sound down, and actually that's a good idea. It has given us a little bit more light and gives it a little bit more depth in the room. Let's see what's in the room. Okay, so it looks to me like they've got these bedside cabinets. Now these are good full-size cabinets. 2 of those, yeah, you can get a lot in those, and a little shelf there, which you'd need. The bedside light here has got a USB port in. That's perfect, obviously, for charging your telephones or your watches at night. There's one, I think, on either side. I can see, yeah, there's another one on the other side. So bring a little adapter if you have more things that you need to recharge by side of your bed. So things like watches, telephones, I don't know, other items like that. AirPods.
Anything that needs a USB-A.
So this is the same. Little lights. You've got your master switch for your lights just behind the bed there. That's lovely. Now, the bed. The bed's well off the floor. Look at that. Now, the 2 cases. We've got 2 full-size cases. They can go under there when we've emptied them out. We've got a little mini fridge.
Actually, before you go on to that, let's have a look. So the beds are they're the standard 2 together, so you can have them either in a queen, or they separate them, put the cabinets in between for twins. But this is a double occupancy only room. There are no bunks either on the wall or the ceilings. This cabin can only be used as a dual occupancy. Some of them are 4, and they have the bunks that come down.
Can they be twin? This can be twin as
well. It can be twin, but two persons. That's just as the queen or as the 2 singles. Yeah. So back to your fridge.
I know. While I'm down here. Yes, the floor's very, very clean. So we've got our little mini fridge here. We've already put the important stuff in, like my tablets and 2 beers. So this is very cold. I'm very impressed actually with the mini fridges on board the P&O, but this is very good.
It wasn't too cold when we first came in, when we first got on board, but I opened that wooden door up again. It really does work
This is this is our special tip.
I think everybody knows about it now. To be honest, I've seen it all on social media, but it does work.
And if you leave the door open, you're not going to walk into it because it goes straight up to the door, and that's it. You just leave it open.
Up to the wall, yeah.
Now, whilst I was down there, I did manage to feel the sheets and the bedding. All important. That's mainly what you're going to be doing in here, isn't it? So they're nice and crisp, but not hard. Lovely. Nice pillows. Now, we read on the app that you have a choice of 3 pillows. There is a pillow service. Can you believe it? And that's for every cabin. So
Pillow concierge, I think it's called.
Pillow concierge. I want one. Everybody should have a pillow concierge.
When we see our steward, we'll ask him to bring us samples of each of the 3 pillows, and we'll try them. We'll do I'd probably add them on to the end of this video, actually.
I know. You can keep your wine samples. We want our pillow samples. Isn't that just terrific? They also do, for all the cabins, I'm going to say this now so Robert can't edit it out, they do a shoe shine service. And I said, let's ask for the shoe shine. And Robert said, no, it's awful. Okay, so in the room, we've got this nice little tray here. There's only 1 glass here, there should be 2. The water isn't free, you have to pay for this water. If you have the refreshment package, obviously your bottled water is included in that, but they do
Not that, only the 600 milliliter, yeah.
But they do have fresh water with ice, sometimes with lemon, all around the ship. It's at every bar and the cafes and things.
Before you move on from the water, here's a suggestion. When you get in your cabin, just make sure those seals aren't broken. We spoke to somebody on another cruise who got charged for the water. And he said, oh, I never had the water, I didn't open it. And apparently it had been opened, and I think what had happened is the people before had drunk the water, filled it up, put the cap back on. So, yeah, just check. Make sure they're sealed, and if they're not, talk to your steward, because you don't want to be charged for water that you've not drunk.
5 bottles of water, only $26. You'd have to really love your bottled water.
Yeah, what you could do is just bring a couple of water bottles, fill them up from the water that's available, put them in your fridge, where you go.
Yeah, just bring your own water bottle. Okay, so we still have a telephone, although everything is now on your app, and you can do a lot on your app, which we'll show you that later on. They've still got the telephone, and this will do things like you can call the dining room, have a wake-up call,
get somebody to come and help
for
you
housekeeping, and ask for your shoes to be shined, and
help taking your life jacket off, all those things.
all those essentials. Dining reservation. Was there anything else? And a medical emergency. So that's all good. We have some Australian sockets.
There's the 2 Australian sockets there. Alex,
there's 2 there.
2 and 2 US. Well, US of course are 110 volts, and Australians are 240. They might be 220. I'm not sure. Depends on the ship's voltage, but that's the Australian standard. If you try to plug things like a hairdryer and things like that into the 110, it will not work efficiently. Talking of not working efficiently, what are you doing?
I'm trying to get it out. There we go. I'm going to need a holiday. Everything is so hard. Anyway, so yes, this is one of those awful little hair dryers that doesn't have the posh end on. However, it'll do the job, I reckon. 2 different speeds, wonderful size TV that it doesn't really need to be on a swivel, but it is on a slight swivel. They're perfectly located for the bed. And of course the all-important remote control. Little desk, dressing table. Now normally I don't get a look in on the dressing tables because Robert uses them for all his computer gear, but that's great because he charges everything as well. So, but it's a good size for...
This one actually looks a little bit bigger than the one that you get in the ocean view rooms. And in fact it is, because I've just noticed this on the side. It's got some little shelves down the side that you don't get on the ocean view cabins. So extra little bits of storage down there.
That's great, isn't it, for things like snacks. The all important snacks. Another 3 drawers. These are nice and deep. You can certainly get your little module packages in those. That's nice. Nice little bin. Nice comfy chair. We have had some chairs or some stools that you nearly fall over the back of them, don't you? So that's quite a nice one. No little table or no extra little table in here.
But the P&O cabins are certainly on the Encounter, they're a little bit smaller than maybe some of the other ships anyway. You don't normally get the table in the cabin, like you don't normally get the sofa like you do in the Carnival ones.
So here's the air conditioning. This is on cool. I am, of course, absolutely boiling because I've been doing all that running around and everything. But you're finding it quite comfortable. I am actually very warm.
It's fairly warm, but it will cool down. It does cool down.
And these are quite responsive. These do work pretty well. Let's move through to this area. This is really your dressing room sort of area. They don't have a curtain or anything over this, but I actually prefer that. I kind of feel, I always think curtains in front of things feel a bit dusty when there's clothes and stuff. We were looking at going on the Virgin cruise ships, and they all have curtains that go over the clothes, which I don't like the idea of. So we're quite like that this is open. Lots and lots of hangers. They're always very generous.
They are. P&O do not skimp on the hangers. Every cabin we've been in has had a plethora of coat hangers.
And what I love is that you can take them off. They're not those ones that are actually just, they have to stay in the wardrobe, and they have the extra little bits to hang things like skirts and trousers and things off. And then they've got these little hooks here for the ladies' dresses. Our dresses tend to fall off.
You can get a whole outfit on that. Get your skirt or your pants and get your
They are fabulous.
Dress, and then
this little bit up here, this is a bit high for me, but Robert sometimes puts his stuff up there if we need to, or some of the spare bags and things that we have. And then there's obviously the floor area for your shoes and things. But
we have our hanger, don't we?
We bring our shoe hanger. We'll show you that when we take it out. It's fabulous. Ta-da! Lots and lots of shelves in there. Again, you'll get all your clothes in there, especially if you use the modular little modular packings, because you can just stack them up, the cubes, that's what I'm thinking of. Your towels, these are the towels for the pool area upstairs. You only get one each of these. If you leave it upstairs and put it into the wet towel bin that they have upstairs, you can't get another one from there. You have to ask your cabin attendant for another one. So just bear that in mind, that if you go out one day, throw it in the bin for the wet one. You have to ask when you come back to get your spare one for the next day, nice dry one. But they are nice and big, they're proper size. Just turn around that way. Sorry, that was very bossy, wasn't it? I am the director there. This full-size mirror is terrific. Look at that.
I can't actually. No, I'm going to need to move over where you are because I can't. There we go. Here we are in matching shirts.
It's a double-size mirror. It'll nearly get. There we go. There we go. We can get the two of us. Double size. Let's see the bathroom.
Well, if we are not short of light in the bathroom, that's for sure.
No, it is quite nice and light here. I like that the door stays open. I know that sounds like a strange thing, but these get very, very steamy in here, and it's quite nice to just leave this open. And
hot tip: if your shirts are a bit creased, just put them on the wardrobe here. Take a shower, and they'll be steam crease-free by the time. But I don't know whether that works. I just made that up. It's a comedy cruise, so.
We have been in some though, and the doors won't stay open, so it just stays steamy and wet. For
might just be the closer that's broken. I don't know.
Yeah, it could be. So these are nice, fresh, very basic. Nothing too fancy, but they are very clean. We have enough shelves there to put things on. Nice big size out the side. Nice deep bowl. So you guys can fill this up and have a fairly decent shave in these. I know that's something Robert always says. Nice big mirrors, 2 big lights over the top. So, oh yes.
We've got a shaver socket by the side there.
Yes, every crease is on show because of the lovely lights.
Here we go, 12 seconds. 12 seconds of light. Yes, so we've got a shaver socket over here, and we've got the hand wash.
They've stopped most of the cruises now. If you haven't been on a cruise for a long time, even as you get upgraded to the different cabins, they've stopped doing all those little those little hotel sizes of shampoos and hand creams and those sort of things. And that's
Most
so are you keeping that?
Keeping the light on.
Keeping the light on. And just see Robert doing this.
I'm waving to keep the 12-second light on. Yeah.
They've stopped doing them because most people don't use them anyway. They used to just pack them up in their case and take them home and put them in a basket in their bathroom at home. So they've stopped all that nonsense, and that keeps the price down.
Before we go on then, if you've seen our videos before, you'll understand what I meant by that previous comment. But let me just show you, if you've not seen our videos, this little light up here is a motion sensor. And that's fine as long as you're moving around. Once you stop moving, you get about 12 seconds before it goes off.
And if that's the area you're getting dressed in, because that's where all your clothes are and that's where the mirror is, you'll find yourself standing there, half naked, in the dark, waving your arms, trying to get that light on. Drives us insane. Just while I'm on it, I'll just show you the towel size. So that's the bath size towel. You'd have to be pretty skinny really to get that round you. It's not very big. It does the job.
Go around that way. Who puts a towel around themselves that way?
Well, if you do it that way, it's hardly covering all your bits, is it? Look at that. It doesn't cover anything. It doesn't get you dry. It will. They are nice. They are nice and dry towels. They're not those really skinny ones that won't make you dry. But you can ask for extras, and certainly if you wash your hair, you'll need to ask for another one. Because the other one here is really just for your hands. That really won't go around your head.
That's not designed as a shower towel.
They're very happy to come and bring you extra towels, so I'd suggest before you even get in your bath, in your shower, check what you need.
Yeah, probably best to do it before you get in the shower. It's
Yeah.
not quite as easy afterwards if you're trying to answer the door to your stateroom attendant while
And they're normally very
he or
quick.
she brings some showers. Anyway, talking of showers, let's have a quick look in the shower
So
because
they haven't got
this light keeps
doors.
going
Now
on.
this is the same whether you get this interior cabin or a window or balcony cabin. I will get it right soon. I can see Robert's grinning away there because he knows I'm going to get it wrong. But anyway, all the cabins, they all have these shower curtains. There you go. It's a very basic kind of all moulded in shower. It's clean. The showers are actually really quite powerful. They're nice. Buckets and buckets of hot water, lashings of hot water, and it's a good jet, so you can get a good wash of your hair and stuff. And rather than sometimes they're just a bit of a dribble, and it's quite high. It doesn't go up and down on a pole. But it does swivel a little bit, and I guess you'd have to be kind of taller than about 6'4" or something for a man to be a little bit squashed under that. It kind of suits most people. They do have body wash and conditioning shampoo. I have tried these, and I actually think it's the same thing that's in both. Right. That's the conditioning shampoo. Surprise, surprise. That's the body wash. It's just like see-through. It doesn't really have any scent on it. I've tried it. It's perfectly fine on your body, but it's not shampoo and conditioner. It feels like a bit of a baby shampoo, to be honest. And I would suggest that it's like it feels and smells very mild on your skin. So, sorry. Standard loo. Not really a lot to tell you about the loo. There's always spare toilet paper under there. And let's just tell you about the shower. So the shower curtains this is an important one. It's an important one to tell you. So the shower curtains, sometimes they go inside.
That one looks like
they go
it doesn't.
outside.
Oh, it might just
that one
about,
just skims the top. And what happens is when the hot water comes down through the shower, it doesn't matter even actually if the shower curtain is long enough, it wafts, as you know, it starts to waft like this. And all the water comes down the shower curtain and ends up flooding your bathroom floor. And that happens pretty much for everybody. And it really will flood very quickly. So we always recommend that you just keep it open and just tuck the curtain like that. And I know you would think that would get the room more flooded, but it doesn't. It doesn't have anywhere to fall down. You might get a few splashes, but you won't get a flooded floor. So just leave it open. And as we said, sometimes it's worth just leaving this door open. Let the steam out. So that's really pretty much all to tell you about that bathroom.
In fact, that's pretty much all about the cabin, I think, isn't it?
It is. We have brought one of those tapestries that is a window. We'll show you that when it's put up. That's going to give us the illusion of having a window. And that's pretty much it for now. And we'll give you a roundup after we've sort of got settled in and we've been in here for a few days.
Yeah.
See
So
what it's like.
straight out the bed, and then if we can get the pillow concierge, we'll put it at the end of this video. If we can't get a pillow concierge, obviously we won't. So
this is a lot smaller trying to do the yee-haw of the bed. Now, let's try it. Oh, this is lovely.
same sort of softness as the other cabins that we've tried? Or what do you think?
Feels a little bit more saggy than that one. Feels more, so it's soft, but it feels, so some of them are soft and they've got lots of support even though they're soft. Some of them are as hard as a rock.
We've not found a hard one on P&O. They tend to be the carnival ones. But
That feels nice. It feels a little bit,
firmer?
feels a little bit no more saggy,
Oh,
a little bit more
maybe
dippy.
a bit older, this one.
Yeah, so I'll let you know about that one.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll see.
Huh.
One more thing, that was the other thing. Just to tell you about the space going around the bed to the door and to the bathroom. It's nicely spaced out, so if you do have any mobility aids, I'm not saying you could probably get to,
You couldn't get a wheelchair.
couldn't
in
get a
here.
wheelchair, but certainly if you have aids like a walking stick or a frame, you will find there's nothing here to snag your legs on or to have to push past. It's quite nice. There's sort of nothing sharp. All the edges are nice and round, and decent size right round. The only thing to look out for is the step into the bathroom, and that's it's perfect. So I think I'm going to be very happy in here, to be honest.
We'll let you know how we go on with the light and what we do about the light, because obviously there's no natural light in here.
Our cabin steward has now brought us one of the extra pillows that you can get, and that's this shape. So that's the one where it's sort of the neck support. I think
Yeah,
that those are
contoured,
especially good for people who snore a bit. So I've tried that one. That's really firm. That was nice. It's not my thing. I wouldn't sleep with that every night, but it is of that sort. It's a really good quality one. Now the other one that they have is the sort of the big A that comes round you this way. They didn't have one available. So what we'd suggest is, if you do need a specialist pillow, I would say just bring your own, because it's not worth them not being able to find one for you if you need a good night's sleep for that. But your ordinary pillows are fantastic. Never had a problem with those. So there you go. That's the 3 sorts of pillows that are available to you on the P&O cruise.
Okay, so that was our tour of cabin 11719. It's at the back of the ship. No point in telling you whether it's port side or starboard side, because it doesn't really matter. It's an inside cabin. There's no windows. So that was our tour. If you enjoyed it, please hit like. If you found it useful, please hit like. If you like us, please hit like.
Just like
just
us.
hit like.
We just need a lot of like, don't we?
Yeah, and if you
Lot of
really
like.
like it, then hit subscribe, because that really helps us out, and hitting the notification button if you really want to go all out and watch some more of our videos and be notified when they
Yes.
happen. So
We're going to give you an honest review of this particular cruise
We always
because
try to be honest.
we're going to do everything different. So we haven't done one of these before. So we'll wrap it up, and then
Okay.
we're going to try all different things new. So
Okay.
keep watching the rest of the videos to follow.
all right. Thanks for watching. We will see you in the next one. Bye for now from us.
Bye.